We're going to start from the end today. I'm Professor Voqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
It's a little after 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and for me, the event starts 2 p.m. on Tuesday, but the previous event ends at 2 p.m. We're right on the cusp of both events. So one thing we haven't done is I haven't finished up the previous event. I did finish it up, but we haven't officially finished it up. And by officially, I mean I haven't actually collected this. I did finish this stuff yesterday, but was putting out the guide for the Adversary event coming up. So I just did this and figured we'd finish up this and then move on to the other events. So let's go ahead and collect all this. No real trouble on any of this. The highest wizarding chamber actually was, I shouldn't say it wasn't no trouble. There was trouble. It wasn't a trouble for most of it. The 25 grade spellcast certainly came along no problem. The do your highest chamber, oh my gosh. I went to the Dark 5, of course, and we had a balanced group. We had 4 of us, 2 Magizoologists, an Auror, and myself, and we couldn't get that 5th person, but everybody joined in, and I'm like, you know, let's go ahead and do it. We'll go with 4. Well, one of the Magizoologists, I'm not going to say they just didn't do anything on purpose, but they were unable to do anything, or they weren't for some reason. So it ended up being 4 of us foe-wise, but only 3 of us actually doing things. But proficiency was cast, bravery was cast. It came down to about the final minute, and even in the final minute, I was fighting an Acromantula because there were an abundance of Magizoology foes, so they were already busy with other stuff. So I went to an Acromantula, and this is, I talked about, sometimes I have to use potions in a Dark 5 when things go bad. This was one of those instances. I was most definitely using strong extimulos. And you know why? It was because time. If I hadn't used them, we would have run out of time. So I definitely was throwing them down. Now, did I have to use some anyway? Yeah, I was still having to use those 10. I hadn't used any yet. So I was already like, you know, I need to use 10. This is the perfect time to do it. So I used a bunch of potions. We did beat it, which was awesome, with about 40-something seconds left. I think we beat it. So that was good. But I will say, that is the closest I've come to failing a Dark 5, because I've never actually failed one yet. I've always waited for, you know, good groups or big groups, and we've always seemed to pull it off pretty reasonably well. So that was about the closest. I was getting a little nervous at the end, which actually made it a lot of fun. It made it a lot of fun. I took, again, it's a bad situation when someone's not doing anything, you're not sure why. But certainly try to have fun with it. Make it fun. Make it a challenge for yourself. And if we had failed, you know, I'd have just come back in and do it again, even though I would have wasted potions. They would have still counted for the task, though, so it would have been all right. Anyway, we are getting 5 fragments of Fleur de la Cour. We're getting 2,000 experience, 100 family experience, the Defense Against Dark Arts books, energy, and then a new title. You know what? Let me go to Fleur de la Cour real quick. Let's go to the registry. I want to make sure I don't, because I had 5 port keys, so I was already kind of walking her. Yeah, I'm 0 out of 5 currently, so I'm going to go ahead and collect, because I know I'm not wasting. If I had 1 fragment, some of that would go to waste. Boom, so we're going to collect that, which is going to get us some rank ups in the registry, certainly. There we go, we finally did complete it officially, and in 44 minutes, the Adversary event will begin, but we'll have some time for that. Over here at the event registry, I've got some rank ups happening right now, because I just got that 100 thrown at me. Rank, what am I at, rank 23? Yep. Rank 23. And then Fleur de la Cour's image is ready to place. I am going to place it again. Number 1, I get 1,000 experience, but I have port keys that I need to open with fragments from her, so I might as well do it now before I forget. So when I open those port keys, I get the fragments guaranteed. I've been continuing to run fortresses and using Care of Magical Creatures runestones, and you can see on this page right here, I'm 21 out of 21 on the Abraxan, and then down here, I think I'm 17. Yeah, 17 out of 21 on the Puffskein. And that's all I need. So 4 more Puffskein, and I've got that to gold. This page, Hagrid's Hut, we're about to switch to gold right now. So let's go ahead and place that Abraxan. Whoa, 600. I'm going to get a lot of rank ups. Maybe we'll get a spell book on camera. I still haven't gotten one. I've placed some things, but I still haven't gotten a spell book. Oh, there it is. I was so hoping it would happen. 6 rank ups. I figured it had to happen eventually. So there we go. Proof positive that you can get a spellbook. So that spellbook came on the 5th out of 6 rank ups that I just got. I did get that spellbook. And we're going to actually use some spellbooks today. So let's go ahead and prestige this page, though. Yes. Nice. So this will go over to gold. If it will ever... It's doing the stall thing. I don't know if you saw the other video. I think it was 2 days ago. My video did this as well. Just spinning, thinking. Don't know why the game is having so much trouble. At least it's on a prestige. I'm not in the middle of a battle or anything. It says connection to wireless network lost, but I can still see my wireless is fine. Anyway, let's go back in the registry. All right, so it did place the Abraxas. Let's try to prestige one more time. Oh, it's still struggling. There we go again. I closed the game, restarted it, so let's hope on the restart. Maybe that kind of got it jogged back into memory. Let's try one more time. Can we prestige this page? There we go. We've prestiged over to gold. So if you look, I'm gold on Hagrid's Hut, gold on the Pumpkin Patch, and then Forbidden Forest, once I get that Puffskein, this goes gold. This will actually be the first exploration registry that I have all of the pages of a family on gold, which is why I decided to unlock that SOS node that gives me spell books when I get treasure trunks from this. Excuse me, it gives me a small chance to get the red spell books when I rank up, because I'll end up seeing these guys, and I see a lot of the stuff on these pages, but all of them will be gold, so I'll get lots of trunks. Over here in the combat training at the Advanced Adversarial Combat, I'm actually up to 39 spell books, with thanks to my friends that are sending me extravagant runestones that come with that spell book. I so appreciate it. You don't feel like you have to send those to me only. You could send me anything. It wouldn't matter. Spell energy, runestone. I'm still lower level, so I could use all of it. So anyway, we are able to unlock this next node, which is Twinkle Toes. It's going to take our dodge from 8% to 15%. 35 spellbooks, one restricted section book. I have 24 sitting there, no real use for them. So let me go ahead and do that. Nice. Now, having mentioned these dodge nodes, people have told me you really don't notice it in my comments that until you really get all of them unlocked, and then they said they started to notice that they were getting that dodge and, avoiding damage. So I'm just going to continue to work my way down, and we'll see if we see one, because I have yet to see one. Even with the first node unlocked, I haven't seen a single dodge. If it has happened, I just haven't seen it, but I usually am paying attention, so I would assume I would notice. So anyway, we'll just continue to work, because the next one, what is it? It doesn't seem so bad now. I had to restart my game again. It actually did freeze on that Combat Adversary page. We're going to go back over there, though, the Adversarial Combats. I just want to click on this next node. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought, 40 books. It just goes up by 5 each time. So 40 red books, 2 restricted section books, I'm fine there. So I'll continue to build my way. This adversary event should help me build up some Defense Against Dark Arts books, but we are going to go over to Calamity Essentials 2. My mistake, Calamity Essentials 1. And down here you can see the level 20 node. I've been working my way on that right side. I have the trunk for Care of Magical Creatures, which is giving me spell books. Then I was doing the International Incident, which is Magical Games and Sports. I have a couple pages on gold and a couple on like bronze. But really, I was building through that to get to this one, Merlin's Beard, which is the oddities one, because I do see oddities all the time. They're one of the most consistent things all of us see, because there are places and times you would see them, and I definitely see my share of them, especially the three-headed dog, which is one of the best for this. And I have pages on gold there, so that's good as well. Anyway, out of these treasure trunks can give me that. I needed 20 Defense Against Dark Arts books. Because this event just ended and I just collected those, I'm at 20 exactly. So I'm actually going to use them. I am going to use them for this upgrade, which is going to start hopefully having oddities give me red spellbook. Over here in potions, you can see I know the reduced brewing times are coming, and by all means I'll be brewing during this, but I have been brewing some potents, you can see, and there's a couple healing potions just getting ready for this. And I have one more potent in the pot right now. And I know, yes, oh, you should save them for, brewing during this time. I plan on brewing the whole time. So brewing now and brewing during the event, which is why I'm not feeling it's going to waste. I am missing, I think it's Snowdrop now. Yeah, just Snowdrop and Bitterroot, which I am going to go pick up in just a bit. So here's the deal. The event has not begun yet. I just wanted to finish up that event here at home. I am going to head over to Waverly Place. Has a lot more energy, because if you see I'm at 157 out of 245, so I have some energy, but adversaries do start to wear it down a little bit, especially the feared ones. But I do want to go somewhere where there's just more spawns. Our plan is to use no edible dark marks. I just want to see the wild spawns today. It is a Tuesday, and I've talked about on Tuesdays, I just don't have as much time to do events. I have things at Zoom things at 5 o'clock on Tuesdays in general, or usually have to be somewhere at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to be able to go about an hour or so, 2 to 3, 3:30, something like that, and then I'll need to start heading out. But for today, it's more finishing this event and then moving on to this adversary event and hoping to fight a decent number of adversaries within that hour, hour and a half. I've made my way up to Waverly. It's an overcast day, somewhere in the 50s. So actually, weather not bad once you have a sweatshirt on, but no need for like a winter hat or gloves. I'm feeling pretty good in that way, at least right now. And you can see I just opened up the game. Harry, we're seeing an explosion of adversary activity. Ancient Hungarian Horntails in particular are popping up all over the world, nesting in bank vaults, attacking muggle flying contraptions, setting palm trees on fire. It's a right mess out there. That must be why I've been having so many nightmares about the first task of the Triwizard Tournament lately. The unforgivable are harvesting my memories again. And apparently they figured out a way to create surge-like waves of adversary attacks from them, so that's just lovely, isn't it? I know things are less than ideal, Constance, but we'll get through this. Remember, there are more of us than there are of them. If we band together, we can put an end to this. You know what, Harry? You're absolutely right. Losing our heads now won't do us any good. Better to channel that energy into dueling adversaries and putting an end to this wave. Nice. All right, so you can see I already have a bunch of adversaries around me. Let's go in and let's hope... Oh, port key unlocked. I was like, let's go into one and let's see if it's a Hungarian, and we can just talk about, like, my approach at least, what I need to do to beat it. No, this is going to be Gilderoy Lockhart. First pixie down. Let's continue on to the next pixie. There we go. Second pixie down. So on Gilderoy, I usually use a wit sharpening and a strong extimulo. I don't even go with potent, and then let's see if I can make it through with that or if I'm going to need any more than that. So right when the battle starts, I start hitting this lower right corner just to hit that. I have 30 wit sharpenings right now. A lot of people have been sending me wit sharpening gifts, and we're going to use a strong extimulo for him. He's just not as difficult. I feel like he's not, at least. Let's see. Really depends if I get crits or not. Nice. My wit sharpening ran out, but I'm just going on the strong now, and I'm definitely golden for this. Like I did get all crits, so that definitely helped. I could use an extimulo, I think. If I was getting crits like that, I could use an extimulo. Nice. So another fragment of him. So that's 6 of him that I've actually fought so far. So let's hope we get into Hungarian here. Let's click on another adversary. Slytherin's Basilisk on this one. I did end up using a potent on this, more for a matter of time, because I'm in the middle of recording, and I don't want the recording done to be so long. I could have probably used a strong, and I would have been okay. But the potent definitely helped me knock that Basilisk out pretty quickly. I got a Defense Against the Dark Arts book as well from the from the Acromantula. Nice. Well, so 2 adversaries so far, still not hitting a Hungarian. Let's see if this third one is a Hungarian. It's Draco. I can always use Draco. Draco down. Pretty sure I got a dark mark from the serpent at the beginning, the snake, like the first guard of Draco. I was just clicking through too quickly, but I saw the dark mark pop up. So I think I actually got an edible dark mark from that, which is cool. Nice. So I had just placed his image, so I'm 0 out of 18. I'm 1 out of 18 now. So let's head over. Did it... Special assignment. Okay, good. I hadn't visited the special assignments. I was worried I wasn't getting credit. So use 3 wit sharpening. I've already used 2. I've already done 10,000 damage, and then 3 extimulos. So there we go. And 66 challenge experience after 3 adversaries. That's why I say fortresses are a better way to get that challenge experience. Well, let's check this greenhouse. When's that greenhouse? 4 hours. It's Bitterroot, which I could use, but not right now. Well, 3 adversaries fought, none of them Hungarian Horntails. I am around these inns, though. I'm going to collect some energy because I'm down to 123 now, and then look for that Hungarian. Even if I don't have this camera on, I will screen record it, and we'll be able to look at how that battle goes, and we can talk about it. So I'm going to walk around for a little bit, look for some more adversaries. You'll probably see a little bit of a montage, and then we'll meet back and talk about what I've been fighting. As you can see, I am in the midst of a battle. I did go through the spider already, so I'm on the Sphinx, but I needed to find a space. While I was fighting the spider, I walked to find this spot to be able to record the rest of this battle, because this is a Hungarian at the end of this chain, as we discussed yesterday. And the Sphinx I should have an advantage against, so no potions should be necessary. Nice, yeah, so definitely no potions necessary for that one, for at least me as a professor on that one. So, we got a piece of the dragon tooth, and we are on to the Hungarian Horntail. So right off the bat, I am going to do wit sharpening and potent. So I'm clicking that lower right corner, hit the wit sharpening, and then the potent. Let's look at the targeting reticule. As you can see, it's kind of a gradual up-down. The main thing for this, I find, is I sometimes end up, I'll call it oversteering, is I go too fast up and down. I don't do the, just kind of really try to gradually go down. It's almost easier to catch up to it than when you overshoot it. That's when things get bad, because you're trying to go back to it and it's moving the opposite way. Another good crit. Wow. I don't even think I'm going to need a healing potion. This was, I think, a better battle. I got more crits, and I was about to say, he hasn't gotten multiple hits, and then just as I say that, he gets 2 in a row. Maybe a third? Nope. So I should knock him out right here. Nice. So not a bad battle for me. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? So you guys just saw that. Oh. Actually, we can go check. So look at the bottom here. Recover 15 ancient Hungarian Horntail page fragments. It gave me 2. I just defeated that, so it should have given me a piece of him plus 1 more. So that should have been 4 fragments, and it didn't give them to me. So I did just lose that. I won the battle, you guys saw it here, and then it bombed out on me. So this can happen, and actually this is the first time this happened to me. So people have talked about defeating the foe, the feared foe, and then having the game just glitch out on them like that. But that's okay. The whole point of me recording this was for you to see that targeting reticule. It really is just a gradual up and down. It kind of slopes a little bit to the left. My main advice on that is just don't oversteer. Don't go really fast. Really go slowly. If you fall behind a little, that's fine. Then you can always speed up, and I feel like that's easier correction to make than if you go too fast and you're trying to back up, but it's still moving towards you, so you're going the opposite direction. So unlucky for me, and my LTE is still doing quite fine. I don't know why it's, it's struggling. Look, everything just disappeared on my screen too. So anyway, no big deal. You did get to see one. You got to see a little bit of what was going on with the reticule. We're going to continue going around looking for some adversaries. Hopefully some things don't glitch out, and I'll let you see the rest of them in a little bit of a montage. As you can see from that montage, I definitely had no shortage of foes to fight. Adversaries were definitely popping up so that I could continually just fight one after another, stopping to get energy and or finding interesting foundables. Mainly clicking on Legends of Hogwarts, looking for Hedwigs, which I didn't find any today. But anyway, the game it's been a little bit odd for me. At one point, I actually shut the game down, turned my phone off, turned my phone back on, like a hard close, just to see if that helped. It helped a little, but I will say during the montage you saw an acromantula, then you saw a mummy, and then it just skipped ahead and went back to an acromantula, one of the beginning guards for the Hungarian Horntail, and that's because after the mummy, like in the middle of the mummy, it just said I lost my wireless connection again and just took me out, and the adversary disappeared at that point, which would have been a Ukrainian Iron Belly, which I did see another one. You saw that in the montage. So anyway, got a lot done. That Ukrainian, or no, not the Ukrainian, the first Hungarian Horntail I fought, definitely got lucky with that one. Not lucky in the sense that it went away and I didn't get credit. The way the battle went, and I only had to use a potent and a wit, and I made it through and destroyed it. Like, that never happened again. I had to use a minimum of at least 1 more healing potion, if not maybe 2 more, or maybe even a strong and a healing if I just wasn't getting crits and he was doing more damage to me. So it definitely takes me, on average, I would say say 3.5 potions to defeat him. It seems like around there. The guards I can go through no problem. So anyway, let's see where I am in things. It's about 3 o'clock, so we are going to end it for the day. For this, I can brew some more potions. I started brewing some with the new master notes, 50% less brewing time, which is going to be good. But it was a pretty good round for today, and the fact that I did fight more than I thought I would fight. Draco and Fenrir, I haven't seen them to be increased. I fought Ukrainian Iron Bellies, and I fought Slytherin's Basilisk, and then the Draco, and even the Gilderoy Lockhart, but haven't actually fought one Fenrir yet. So anyway, find 2 witch sharpening gifts. We talked about that during the guide, and I was worried they weren't going to increase the rate. The 2 greenhouses here, and this might be pure luck, the 2 greenhouses here, the first 2 hits I got on them, and I actually used my greenhouse charm on them both times, looking for more ingredients. But not that that affects the rate of gifts, it doesn't. But both of them, the very first go, I got a witch sharpening gift, and then the other one I got a witch sharpening. So I got both of them, my first 2 greenhouse spins. Again, increased rate or just luck on my part? Let me know in the comments, have you seen an increase? Have you been able to get them by hitting greenhouses? Or have you seen them drop more in fortresses, which I haven't actually run yet? So anyway, let's go ahead and get that. We get 2 witch sharpening potions for that. So you give 2 away and you get 2. Use any extimulo in battle 7 times. Definitely through all those adversaries, I definitely hit that. 3 witch sharpening potions in adversary battles. Yeah, I definitely got that. 4 healing potions. Yes. Deal 20,000 to adversaries. As I said, you didn't have to focus on this. You just fight a bunch and it's going to happen, eventually. Because you do have to do a decent amount of damage to destroy them, and recover 15 ancient Hungarian Horntail page fragments. Just anything in that chain, even though I, lost the 2 fragments from that very first one, I ended up fighting Hungarian Horntail more and more times, so built up to that. So that's 2 defense against Dark Arts books. So I still have 35 foes and wizarding challenges. Do the challenges, maybe some later tonight I may do, which will help me with the 4th task down there, the 1500 challenge. I don't find that to be exceptionally exciting video, so a lot of times I'm just running fortresses and not worrying about it too much. And then use 1 edible dark mark. I'll probably do that at home. I figured I shouldn't do it here with so many wild adversaries. I'll do that at home, probably while I'm doing the fortresses, so that may actually be part of tomorrow's video. Over here in the registry at the Ancient Hungarian Horntail page, you can see I'm 7 out of 9 for him. Should have really been 8. Lost that fragment on that first one, but that's okay. 5 out of 15 on the Firebolt, 7 out of 12 on the miniature one, 7 out of 15 on the egg, and then 6 out of 10 on the Fang. So I'm making progress. I'll definitely get the last 2, place his image, and then most likely build back up to 9 and not place his image again. Wait till I build up the other things. Maybe even follow the strategy of just doing the guards to get some extra fragments and then backing out to save myself resources until I can build him to the next page. In the long run, it's a quicker way to get to defense against Dark Arts books by prestiging these pages, because the later images, man, they get you so much. Like, let's look at the Horntail itself. When you're on gold, if you place his image, you get 42 defense against Dark Arts books, so it's a pretty big chunk. So today was a pretty successful finishing up of the previous event, which flowed right into the start of this event. And so far, at least at Waverly Place here, I saw a great increase in the number of adversaries available. There's no shortage of them for me here. There's a good chance I'll come back here because of that easy energy from all those inns and those couple greenhouses and what's on the ground. And then just addition to the high spawn rate, just seeing adversary after adversary. I am glad to see that there are an increase in other adversaries as well, just in general, that I'm just seeing more. So I'm not just doing that, I'm also working on the other pages at the same time. Don't forget, start brewing those potions, 50% reduced brew rate, and then don't forget in fortresses, Forest 4 and higher are going to get you guaranteed family fragments. So if you're running fortresses, because you kind of need to for this event anyway, go ahead and go into those Forest 4 or higher. Just go to Forest 4, you should see a bunch of people on the night bus there. That's where people should be hanging out. There's no reason to do a higher one. There is reasons, but during the event, there's really no reason to. Just get those fragments. It's just going to be less energy, an easier battle, quicker. You save time, you save energy. Do it. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Nox.